How can I improve my fluency? Firstly, fluency doesn't mean speaking very quickly. It's more about speaking smoothly, with fewer pauses and hesitations. To help you find the words you need, it's okay to stop and think briefly before you answer. This gives you more time to organize your thoughts before you start speaking. One natural way to do this without leaving a long silence is to use fluency markers. When the examiner asks you a question, you can say, that's a good question, or, well, to tell you the truth. Then begin to answer the question. If you practice these until they become second nature, they can also help you respond naturally to unexpected questions. Another way to boost your fluency is to choose a typical Part 2 topic. For example, describe a person you admire. Spend 1 minute taking notes and preparing to speak. Then, practice talking about the topic for 2 minutes. Once you've given your talk, take a break and then try to give the same talk again. But this time, aim for 1 minute and 45 seconds. You'll need to speak more quickly and also use less pauses and hesitations. If you succeed, give the talk again, but try to cut the time down to 1 minute 30 seconds. Keep going and see how quickly you can give the same talk. Can you do it in under a minute? Now, you won't need to speak so quickly in the exam, but this is good training to help reduce the amount of hesitations and pauses you use. Another way to help boost your fluency is to use the same structure to answer different questions. This helps you focus on the language you want to use instead of worrying about how to organize your ideas. One possible structure is to answer directly with yes or no, and then give a reason. Support this with an example, then perhaps give an alternative point of view. Finally, you can briefly summarize your own opinion to let the examiner know you're done answering the question. You can use this structure to answer most types of IELTS questions, particularly in Part 3. And if you use a few different connecting expressions, you won't repeat yourself. So you'll be able to give clear, well-organized answers without having to stop and think too much about what comes next. Finally, don't worry if you do pause or go or ah in places. This is entirely natural and it's still possible to get a very high score even with some hesitation. So, if you find these tips helpful or if you have other suggestions for how to speak more fluently, please let us know your ideas in the comments.